Hey everyone, Bernard here. Hope you're all doing very well and staying safe. Please welcome to my film and TV channel, and today we have a film review, and it's a crime, classed as a crime drama. I call it, I use the words quirky and comedy as well in this. And it stars Evan Rachel Wood, Gina Rodriguez, Deborah Winger. And we're going to have a look at a film called Kajillionaire. Please, if you're new to the channel, push that subscribe button, push the bell notification so all these little vlogs, movie reviews, TV drama reviews are coming out. That'd be absolutely fantastic. Thumbs ups are always welcome. That's absolutely fantastic as well. If you can leave a comment, even better. If you don't have time for a comment, just leave me a thumbs up. That's fantastic. Much appreciated. Right, let's get on with it. No messing about. Crime drama. I'll put in brackets comedy quirkiness. 104 minutes. It's from a lady who's probably known for this sort of thing and has a sort of following. It's not someone I'm familiar with myself. It's written and directed by Miranda July. As I said, it does star Evan Rachel Wood, Gina Rodriguez and Deborah Winger. What's it about? Well, it's about some con artists actually. Con artist Teresa, played by Deborah Winger. Robert, Richard Jenkins, I do like Richard Jenkins, have spent 26 years training their only daughter, Old Dolio, there's a good name. The reasons for that are explained in the film. Brackets, Evan Rachel Wood plays Old Dolio, I bet she loved that, to swindle, scam and steal at every opportunity. During a desperate, hastily conceived heist, they charm a stranger, played by Gina Rodriguez, into joining their next scam, only to have their entire world turned upside down. Any good? Rotten Tomatoes. Well, the critics like this one. It's not always a good sign when the critics like it. Rotten Tomatoes has got an approval rating, a positivity rating at 89%. 89% based on 162 reviews as well. So it's a lot of reviews. That's 144 fresh and 18 rotten. It's got an average overall rating of 7.44 out of 10. Audience score, well, that's a bit depressing when you get it's less than half. It's less than half the audience positivity rate. It's only 44%, and that's still based on quite a lot. That's based on 80 people, so that's not too bad. You know, so what have we got here? They got the critics loving it and the audience hating it. Well, there's no surprises. The site's critical consensus reads, this is all the critics, this is summing up their views. Whether you see Kajillionaire as refreshingly unique or simply bizarre will depend on your cinematic adventurousness. There's a good word. And fans of writer-director Miranda July wouldn't have it any other way. Yes, I think this is a film where you have to be a fan of that young lady, that young woman. I'm not too sure of her age, to be honest with you. Metacritic, the critics, what did they think? Well, they liked it as well. They're giving it an average score of 78 out of 100, which, if you know Metacritic, is pretty high. That's based on 35 critics, 33 positive and just 2 mixed, so no negative reviews at all. The users are kinder as well. The Metacritic users are kind. There's only 15 ratings been left, but it's averaging 7.8 out of 10. If you look at some of the critics' reviews, they score anywhere between 7 is the lowest. That's the lowest mark, 7 out of 10, and 9 out of 10. And the Rap's Carlos Aguilera gave it 7 out of 10, one of the lowest marks. Although Kajillionaire fails to fully engage in the same manner as July's previous dramedies, it's not, that's the word, isn't it? Dramedy, that's what I was looking for before. It's not entirely unsuccessful, as it still compels us to see the people in front of us, not with rushed judgment, but with curiosity for the burdens or joys that they may have brought with them, and it makes us chuckle while at it. I might have sort of smiled a couple of times. New York Magazine's Vulture Bilge Everett, 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. July takes these weird, desperate characters and gives their lives a couple of cosmic twists that serve both to clarify her vision and to expand it. This might be her best film yet. So good words. Internet Movie Database. We always have a look on there, don't we? As I'm recording this, over 2,000 reviews, 2,104 scores and reviews have been left. And it's getting a healthy average. It's getting a nice healthy average of 6.5 out of 10, which isn't bad. So perhaps all the fans of the aforementioned young lady, Miranda July, have got onto Internet Movie Database. But it's over 2,000, so there must have been a lot of them. Let's go through some of the negative comments first that were on the Internet Movie Database. Don't bother watching this film. It's boring and of little merit. Stay at home, paint a wall and watch the paint dry for a more entertaining evening. Terrible, the most lifeless thing I have ever seen. The movie was not worth watching. To me, it was a complete waste of time. This is what you get when you write a script in 5 minutes. Pure garbage, said someone else. Really slow, boring and all round bad. An interesting premise that doesn't go anywhere really. That's an interesting point, and I will come back to that in my little review at the end. The positives, because there are positives, and which you'd expect, he's getting more than 6 points. He's getting 6.5 out of 10. Positives: interesting film, quirky and fun. Someone else said a beautiful mess. The climax is the best part of the film. No. Miranda, do you like You Beauty? There's a fan. Intoxicating, perhaps another fan. And this last comment is from a middle of the road review. This is someone who give it 6 out of 10, which is like the middle of the road stuff. So let's see what they say. They're not gushing and they're not down on it. This is Stephen Coombs on the 13th of October 2020. The film is a little strange and often doesn't make a lot of sense, but nonetheless it is watchable and does draw you in. The characters are okay and just about believable, but overall the pace of the film is slow. I think that should be, and it lacks a bit of direction. Worth a watch, but don't have high expectations. So that's the middle of the road. It's interesting because I can think as I do my review. I mean, I can sort of echo certainly that sentiment and my little thoughts on it, Bernard's thoughts on it. I mean, I did go in this cold. I actually didn't look at any reviews until I was sort of half watching it. I paused it and had a quick look through some reviews, etc. And I glanced at all the critique, and I can fully understand the negativity on this. But this film won't be for everyone. I was intrigued and even entertained with this very early on in the movie, and I found the unusualness, if that's a word, and quirkiness appealing. But to be honest with you, and to be fair, it does grow a little bit tiring. And by about 45 minutes in, I find myself a little numb and wanting just a little more. I mean, you know, this quirkiness and the sort of smiles on my face sort of started to drop a little bit, and there wasn't anything really to keep me really engrossed in it. Bizarre is good, but if you need a little bit more, don't you? And just on 100, I think the run time's about 99 minutes of this. I like the characters. I like the initial chemistry between the characters. Gina Rodriguez sort of adds something to it, but that's where the film starts sort of dipping a little bit for me when her character comes into it, and it becomes more of a drama, a family drama, but you know, with poignancy obviously, but not quite as effective. I mean, the last third was very poor for me. I'd grown a little bit tired by then, which is a shame because obviously it started really well, and I thought it would be one of these that's going to get high marks off me because I thought it was going to be a really good overall watch, but it just didn't last the pace. It's one of those that say that if you usually for me, if I watch the first 15-20 minutes, the film grabs me. I'm sort of with it all the time, but this did grab me, but then it sort of didn't grab me as it meandered on. It just didn't go anywhere, in my opinion. It's lost its weird quirkiness. It's lost, and those attempts at poignancy didn't quite work. And without the quirkiness, it just became a strange family drama and quite dry. So I was very disappointed. As I said, if I'd done this review after 30 minutes of the film, I would have probably been scoring it in the 7s or 7.5 out of 10. But unfortunately, by the end of it, I wasn't overly impressed. So my little rating for this film, obviously for fans of the lady, if you like July stuff, then no doubt you will watch this, and I'm not going to put you off watching it because you will watch it and you'll probably enjoy it because you like her style of thing. But as I say, it was two films for me. The first half of the film was really, really good, and then by the last third it was really struggling in my mind. So I would give it say 6.5 to 7 for the first half hour 45 minutes, but then the last half hour 45 minutes I would say it was unrateable. I didn't enjoy anything about it. I thought it was very bland and boring, so I wouldn't have even give it a score. So overall, because of the start of the film, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 10, which is still quite low obviously, and well below what we can see on Internet Movie Database. So I'm probably in the wrong in this, and I'm probably way out, and I have actually tried to watch this again just to a fairer view, but the second time round I still didn't particularly enjoy the latter part of the film. So I'm not doing this just based on one watch of being tired. I've actually watched this film now a couple of times, and it wasn't really for me, which is a shame because I did think it would be when it started, because I found it quite entertaining and quirky when it did start. The poster Yeah, posters are. If you like the actors, the posters are alright. It's full. It's a bit boring. Again, a bit bland to me. A bit boring. So I'm going to give the poster 5 out of 10. So, but because the film's that poor, I'm going to give the poster victory today 5 out. So I'll give the film 4 out of 10. Sorry about that. And the poster 5 out of 10. I'm sorry. I'm sure July fans will be very disappointed, but my apologies. It's only my opinion. As I say, I did have high hopes, and I was quite happy with how it started, but unfortunately not how it ended. So there you go. Please check my links on screen. If you can follow or friend me on Facebook and Twitter, I do try and check every couple. I do check every couple of days and follow and friend everyone back. And you can check out my website, moviegamenostalgia.com, if you ever get a chance for old rare DVDs, movie posters from the 90s and 2000, board games on there as well. That'd be absolutely fantastic. Check all the playlists. You can see some TV drama reviews and also quizzes, some even quizzes in there, and some information blogs about films and TV as well on there. So please check that out. And of course, if you or anyone you know is into football, I do little vlogs on Manchester City, my football team, past and present. So I do history vlogs and what's happening now. So if you or anyone you know is interested, please kick them in my direction. I'll be very, very grateful. Anyway, thanks for watching. What we're going to do the rest of the day, have a great one. Look after yourselves, look after your friends, look after your families. More importantly, let's all look after each other. Until we meet again, they're saying goodbye for now.